This little video hopefully will help you be able to utilize this report. I call it the Gibbs report. You may call it whatever you like. The development of this has been because of providing dealers with some spreadsheets that have been really helpful over the years. There's three key indicators or three KPI, key performance indexes, that we like to look at. One of them certainly is the 30-30 report. If you've already been using that, you know that it shows very evidently that you're making a lot more money on cars you sell in the first 30 than the second 30. The second one was something called a gap report, and the gap report shows you the difference between what your car is listed on the internet for and what you ultimately sold it for. And the more you can narrow that gap, the better job your salespeople and team are doing when the customer shows up to buy a car, because more than 80% of the people who are shopping for a used car shop the internet. And therefore, when they come in, they pretty well have seen that car on the internet. We have to hold the gross. And the third and final one is return on investment, ROI. Now, in the past, again, a lot of these reports, I had them in three different reports, and I did also have the gap ROI combined. This gives you an easy way to take a look at these reports and kind of understand what's going on. So it's it works pretty simple. This is in Google Docs, or rather Google Sheets, let me say. And so the way this is going to work best is if you take the link that I've sent you and make that a bookmark on your computer, and whenever you need to enter something, you enter it. That way I can kind of monitor this for you, and I'll make comments from time to time to you, or maybe even shoot you an email to explain to you what I think is going on. And you know, I have more time to, I guess, scrutinize some of these things than you do, although I get about 350 of these reports now every month that I look at. Anyhow, if you go to the data input column or tab, which is right here, and you would enter the data. I've got some dummy deals in this report. It's kind of a dummy report, but I just threw some deals in there so we could play with it. But before we go further, I want to show you that if you're not interested in logging the whole deal, this one here, I put in just the stock number, the sale date, and the cost of the car, and the front gross, and the days in stock. Therefore, the only report that's going to show up for that car is the ROI. So if you say, look, I don't want to look at, I'm not worried about looking at 30-30, I'm not worried about the gap report. If you just enter those 5 items, you'll be fine. It would be nice, though, if you went ahead and put the customer's name and the salesperson's name in. And if you put the internet price, because you know what you just sold it for, and the transaction amount, then it'll calculate everything for you. And from this report, once you enter that data, and these are the pieces you should enter, once you enter that data, you can now go look at different things. So here's the 30-30 report. And the 30-30 report for this bogus dealership, the under 30 days old, the deal is averaging $2,100. Over 30 days old, the deal is averaging $750. There's a difference of $1,350. Here, total front gross was $4,200, and on under 30, and over 30 was $45. The reason is we got so many more deals over here, which that's not really what you want. What you want to do is have more deals on this side than this side. If you want to figure out kind of where you're heading as you think about 30-30 in terms of your gross profit, if you take a look at your current inventory today, and a high percentage of your units are already over 30 days old, then you're probably going to not have such great grosses as you move forward. And then down here it shows you the percentage of cars that you're currently selling that are under 30 and over 30, which kind of ties in a little bit with what I just said. And again, this is backwards from what we'd like to see it. Then if you go to the gap report, it's going to show you here all the various transactions. And remember that last deal I talked about, I didn't include all the information. That one doesn't have a gap because for whatever reason you may have decided you don't want to track it. I just want to be able to show you that. And by the way, as you go to each of these reports, let me back up a second. Each month, all you have to do is to click on this drop-down box and pick the month you want to be in. You'll have to do that, or it's not going to show anything in that month. It'll be showing it for, if you get to July, then it's going to be showing everything in July or what have you. So here's your gap report, coming back to gap. And you'll notice up here at the very top, it shows you what your average gap is. So these are the gaps on each deal. And right here it's showing that the average gap for this dealership is minus $475. And again, the more you narrow the gap, the better the job you're doing of holding the line. You're moving towards a one-price dealer whether you want to or not. And then here's the ROI report. And it shows all the different ROIs. And it shows what the objective is. Your objective should be 110% or more. And it shows that we're average on 106.13. Now the nice thing about this particular tab and this particular page is you can sort by anything you want. So if I wanted to sort these columns for some reason by front gross, by cost of sale, by days in stock, and when you do that, it's very telling. So I recommend that you go in sometime and snoop around on how you may want to sort those for the fun of it. Normally you're going to be sorting by certainly the sold date. That's what we have it sorted as now. But there'll be times when you want to go in and produce a report and you can print it out or whatever. And then certainly here's the full data report. So what it's showing here, it's kind of a combination of things. It's showing that your average transaction price here is $23,000. Your average gap is the minus 475. That's how much we're giving up. Average cost of sale is $21,000. That's the average cost per car we're selling. Average front gross is $1,087. Your average days in stock is 40. Your average rate of return, and that's not so important, but we decided to include it anyway, is 6.76. You're getting 11.2 turns per year, and your average ROI is 106%. And again, I didn't mention this, but when you go back to the input data page, I've got some other columns here. You can type in these columns and make these whatever you want. If you want to make some remarks, I put a T and a P for trade or purchase or color or remarks. Whatever you want to put in there, you can change these words. If I wanted to put here, I don't know what something be. Maybe I just want to make comments here. So I might just want to back that up and make this my comments section. And I could do that if I like. And I could put comments in here. Remarks and comments is sort of the same thing. If you have any questions about this, feel free to give me a call or send me a text message or email. All my information is right there on the front of the screen. I thank you for attempting to make use of this. I'm confident it will help your business, and it won't take you a lot of time to do it each and every time you sell a car. Thanks and have a great day.